Oh my fucking god. Thirsty fucking Thursday. March 24th, 2022. This is 413 Sports Talk's 300 fucking episode. Yeah! 300! Plus a shit ton of student athlete and coach interviews. Another huge number of shows made. Man, if you'd have told me 299 episodes that we'd be here now, I'd call you a fucking liar. But we are here. And it's thanks to you. And it's an even bigger thanks to every single student athlete who's came on the show, who I've talked to, taken pictures with, to their parents, their coaches, their schools, all the Springfield schools, all the schools in Western Mass, football, baseball, basketball, girls, boys. All thanks to you guys that we were able to reach this number and that we have not been told to pack our shit and get the hell out of here. Thank you guys. Thank you. Every single student athlete I've interviewed, our experiences have been able to propel the show into something that we didn't think was possible, and something that is going to grow and be here until his heart stops ticking. And it's going to continue after that because I'll be smart and pass the business off. Alright, let's go, as you already know. Today we're going to talk about my latest positional breakdowns. I have finally narrowed it down to the top 10 wideouts in the college NCAA that will be coming into the 2022 NFL Draft. Also, of course, from NBA, NHL, MLB, April 7th, 2022 is the opening day. Don't forget, that's the Red Sox-Yankees matchup. Fuck the Yankees. Motherfuck the Yankees. Just like I said in my last episode. They won last night. Or they won the night before. But last night, different story. And we're going to start with the news. Boston Red Sox have signed Trevor Story to a new deal, 6 years, $140 million. He moves to second base, and that leaves you to wonder, what is to happen to Xander Bogaerts? He was kind of like shortstop, kind of second base. Did better at second base, in my opinion. At least towards the latter half of last season. But I think he might be somebody that might be traded. If not now, maybe more towards the summer. It's July, August maybe. But yeah, Trevor Story's in Boston, 6 years, $140 million. The New York mask mandate to be rolled back on Thursday, just today. Just in time for Brooklyn Nets point guard Kyrie Irving to ball the fuck out like he has in the last 3 games. He scored a 50-piece on March 8th, 22 on March 10th. In his latest performance, he dropped 60 on a motherfucker in Orlando, obviously beating the Magic. U.S. men's national team coach Berhalter considered playing his B team, the bench guys, the sucky guys, against Mexico in the World Cup qualifiers, but vows that the goal is still to win. Whatever, you fuck ass. Anyway, Super Bowl X-Wix hero, guy who went to the Tennessee Titans for no fucking reason at all, Malcolm Jenkins returns to the New England Patriots on a 2-year deal. But Bill did not resign J.C. fucking Jackson. Idiot. Celtics spanked the Utah Jazz 125-97. Tatum and Jason Brown both dropped 26 in the victory. Jason Tatum's balling out like he always does, and then the Celtics end up going on weird losing streaks and don't make the playoffs. Anyway, Donovan Mitchell dropped 37 points, just to put that out there. U.S. and ski and snowboard team accused of interference amid a sexual misconduct investigation. I hope the guilty parties are found and have their private parts burned. Bay State Academy Bulls coach Deion Bird Sr. will coach the C&D Team 1 for the All-Star event tomorrow, and we're going to start by bringing back Western sports. Class C&D All-Stars Team 1 coached by Bay State Academy Bulls Deion Bird Sr. The All-Stars. Travis Jordan, Deion Bird Jr., and Rodney Mayfield highlight the trio from Bay State Academy. It's going to be a good game. I expect Travis to score more than 30. I expect Deion to go over 20. Rodney's going to go over 17 with 15 boards. It's going to be fucking crazy. And the interview is going to be even crazier. It's my first chance to sit down with these guys, especially a 1,000-point scorer in Travis Jordan. Deion Bird Jr. is a senior, and he is moving on to Tampa Bay University next year. We're going to pick his brain about that during that interview. And we also got the star from Palmer, who we're going to mention later in the second list, Jack Latendre. Shout out to you, Jack, if you're watching this episode. Shout out to anyone who's watching this episode, because you rock. Anyway, Andrew Siaglo from Hopkins comes with his boy Colin Earl. Both who actually play on the football team. Colin Earl's a pretty damn good wide receiver. David Carey out of Greenfield, the QB. Brady Collins from St. Mary's. Carson, sorry for butchering this, McZwire? Sorry. Inbox me, or can someone inbox me the proper pronunciation for that one? I don't want to butcher him. And he plays on the Hoosick football team as well. Jalen McGraw rounds out this list from Pioneer Valley. Now on to the C&D Team 2 All-Stars. DJ Daniels out of Paulo Freire brings his buddy Brian Jimenez, and they team up, and we're probably going to fucking score everything. Brandon Wishart out of Granby, he brings his boy Nate Blount to the party, who's going to throw a bunch of threes, as he's normally used to doing. Michael Ward comes as well from Granby to build a trio. Them three and two from Paulo, I'd assume will be in the starting five. Jack Latendre is probably going to crack that starting five, actually. That's my guy. Shout out to Jack Latendre, all-star quarterback, all-star point forward. We're going to be talking tomorrow in the Basketball Hall of Fame for episode 301 of 403 Sports Talk. Make sure you fucking see it. Two interviews. Jacob Howland from McCann Tech, and Andrew Soltis, wideout from the Ware Indians, who often connected with my guy, Jack Haber. Shout out to Jack Haber, a Ware Indian. And Vincent Gordon rounds out this list from the Athol Bears. Some other news for Western Mass. We got Munson's Kyle Filipowski to compete in a national high school three-point shootout contest. Let that sink in. He was all Munson had to score, for scoring, by the way. So, we'll let that sink in for another second. NBA, Knicks over Charlotte 121-106. Detroit over Atlanta 122-101. Sacramento over Indy by a point 110-109. Boston smokes Utah 125-97. Golden State over Miami 118-104. Memphis over Brooklyn 132-120. No John Morant because of the knee. Phoenix 125, Minnesota 116. OKC 118, Orlando 102, and Dallas takes care of Houston 110-91. Philly over the Lakers 126-121. Who gives a fuck? Sad Antonio Spurs over the Portland Trail Blazers 133-96. Give up, Dame, and ask to be traded like yesterday. NHL, Toronto, New Jersey. Toronto 3, New Jersey 2. Buffalo 4-3 in the shootout. Vancouver over Colorado 3-1. Chicago over Anaheim 4-2. That's it for hockey. Major League Baseball. Tampa Bay and Atlanta tie at 7. Minnesota over Boston 10-4. Pittsburgh and Detroit tie at 6. Houston over St. Louis 10-3. Miami over Washington 3-2. Philly over Toronto 8-7. Chicago Cubs over the Oakland A's 5-4. Dodgers over the Cleveland, whatever the new name is, 6-2. Arizona over San Fran, 5-3. Texas stops Chicago White Sox 14-5. KC over Colorado 8-4. San Diego blanks the Angels and Ohtani 3-zip. Yankees over I was about to say the Ravens. Orioles 7-1. Cincinnati Reds over the Milwaukee Brewers 12-8. That's it for the MLB. Let's conclude this 300th episode with my top 10 wideouts coming into the 2022 NFL Draft. You know, football is my shit, my favorite sport. And we're gonna go. We're starting with with the wideouts. Let me slow down a little bit. I evaluated close to 400 of them over the last 2 months. I narrowed it down to 10. And this is working at it painstakingly, little by little, every day. So, trust my evaluations, trust what I see, and what I'm reporting to you guys that I see as well. Double negative. Anyway, starting number 10, so the guy who's surprising to have him here. Christian Watson, from NDSU, North Dakota State. 6'5", 208, red shirt, senior. He's going to be a second-round pick. There's a shit ton to like about him, though. Everything that I'm getting ready to say to you is going to make you think that he's a first-round guy. Now, remember, he's 6'5", 208. This year's polarizing player who's piqued everyone's interest. He's a fucking freak athlete. He's fast as fuck, too fast for his size. Doesn't make sense. I have no player comp on him because this guy is in a different class. Runs like a fucking deer. A horrible change of direction, though. Questionable hands, but grades out to be a decent pro when it's all said and done. Post routes are good. Post routes are good. Stutter steps, he's awesome with those. The 9 route is one of his favorites. What I noticed quickly off film, his strengths, what we just discussed. He doesn't really go up for the ball, contested catch, as you would think a guy with that size would, but he's fucking fast, and who cares about the fact that he's a little girl. Second round grades out to be one of the league's most athletic players right now. No bullshit. But he's not dominant and can be put on an island, locked away by a mid-tier corner. Boomer bust guy right here. All these wideouts from 10 down to 5, all second round guys. The top 4 or first round were the wideouts. Number 9, John Mechie III from Alabama. He was a junior, 6 foot, 195 pounds. He's going in the second round, and here's why. Wondering why this Bama stud is ranked so low, albeit a very decent collegiate career. Injuries, a lot of expectations weren't met with John. Jalen Waddle and Dante Smith going respectively to the Eagles and the Dolphins, he was the guy that was supposed to, fill in their shoes and have like 15 touchdown seasons, 1,400 yards, 105 catches. Injuries and lack of good top end speed, I think, is what hindered his game. He reminds me of the old Eagles bum Nelson Aguilar, maybe at best like a Robert Woods. 78 yards will give you 7 scores, 60, 70 catches, decent stuff. But his game is dope. I like it, but his draft buzz is quiet. Take it to the next step, as we just talked about. He's not physical, doesn't really attack the ball well for a guy who can burn. There's still lots to like about his game, though. He had an okay season, needs to be more physical. He was a role-playing third string wideout. With proper development, this guy will be a perennial all-star. Maybe. Number 8, Sky Moore out of Western Michigan. Redshirt sophomore. Wow. Talk about I want to go to the NFL. 5'10", 195 is going in the second round. Might be mistakenly drafted in the first. So, here we go. Really fun guy to watch. Sophomore. In the words, polished. Plays way bigger than his frame. It suggests very, very fucking confident. Great hands. Excellent ball skills. Very decent route runner. Kind of like Steelers, former Steelers wideout. Sorry, he just got traded. Dante Johnson, number 18. The burner, who just scored the deep balls. Uses arms perfectly in separation. And actually, he's got bigger than normal arms for someone who's 5'10". So he uses those great in separation. This guy's not number 1 wideout right away, but can compete and eventually win a job. My next guy, number 7, is kind of weird. George Pickens, wideout from junior, 6'3", 195, second or third round. He's got a lot of hidden upside, but he ran a 4.7 40. Weird body, injury problems, didn't play much recovering from his ACL injury. Second or third round grade, but has skills and separation that are almost elite level. Shifting, kind of reminds me of Michael Gallup, just an overachieving Michael Gallup. Number 6, this is where it starts to get a little better. Jahan Dotson, 5'11", 175, rounds 1 or 2. He's the next Steve Smith in my opinion. Some guys aren't as high on him as they should be. But I'll give you my take. Reminds me of speedster and master of scrimmage line separation and former Seahawk wideout Doug Baldwin. Wow, what a comparison. Very shifty, quick feet, great moves. This guy's electric on the field. Very fun to watch. A guy didn't come in and almost be a contributor on day one. Might have a couple of slips in the preseason, but this guy is good to start in that first week. And if you're a fantasy guy, pay attention to Jahan Dotson. He's a rack kind of receiver, if there is a word for one. Now here we go. Number 5, this is my last guy who's kind of iffy. He's either going to be pro or a Hall of Famer or not. Excuse me. Drake London out of USC. 6'4", 218, exact size as Randy Moss. First or second round. Needs to be with the right team, specific system. Packers, Falcons, Niners. Most of the league is doing that Shanahan shit. And it goes like this for him. I love the way he plays the game. Reminds me of Michael Thomas. The big play ability written all over this motherfucker. Very good with the footwork. Cuts. Getting better with elite level separation. Moves off the line of scrimmage. Very fast. Plays mostly on the outside, but it'll fuck you up if he moves to the slot. Boomer bust guy. But why? It depends on where he's placed. It's not a guy who can just go to any team, learn the system, and use his physical traits to dominate and to be successful. It's a system wideout, if there's a term for that. And it all depends on where he goes for Drake London in his career. This guy has star waiting to happen written all over him. Number 4, all these guys will go within the first round, probably top 25, actually. We'll start with Ohio State's Chris Olave, 6'1", 188. He's a senior, going in the first round. Speed, athleticism, and agility. Played in the pro system, great route runner, great hands, grades out to be a decent pro, can contribute early on his career. Not as physical as you'd like, but he's hella fast. And as his frame grows, if it's going to, he will be a little bit more durable. Polished route runner, very fast guy. Hands are something I think needs to get better if there's anything about Chris's game. Number 3, Treylon Burks out of Arkansas, 6'2", 225, first round guy. And what he can do is so fucking exciting. Think of what Deebo Samuel did this year. But think of a guy who's 6'2", 225 that you can't stop, who runs a 4.40. But this the Combine 40 was sucky. The Pro Day 40 was better. Stock dropped due to the 40-yard dash at the Combine. Overall, he's the best wide receiver prospect in the class. Good instincts, ball skills, body control. He's huge. He can take a hit. Contested catches. Short route stuff he's not really good with. The intermediate stuff, he creates mismatches in the second and third levels. Makes a lot of difficult catches. Not really explosive, but not even the smoothest route runner. Reminds me of Jacksonville's Laviska Shenault. He has all the pop and circumstance of a fucking number 1 guy. Just something weird about him. He's off. Like a lot of Springfield people say about me. I'm just a normal person. Quirky personality, and they're just well-minded in the inner city. Whatever we're putting on that. But anyway, didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Anyway, number 2, Jameson Williams from Alabama, 6'1.5", 183 pound. Top 25 pick, but he is nursing an ACL injury. Reminds me of Deshaun Jackson, impeccable speed, great hands, ball skills, route running. He's got it all. He's very injury prone too, but will one day be an NFL great if he can fucking stay healthy. Number 1 wideout on this list is a sleeper to be the offensive rookie of the year. That is another Ohio State guy, Garrett Wilson. Justin Fields had an awesome career at Ohio State. He had a shit ton of guys to throw to. Even Dwayne Haskins did when he was in school. Point being is Ohio State knows what it's doing with wideouts. Even going back to Terry Glenn. You love what that school is doing. Personally, I would have loved to see my boy Jonathan Matlock play for them, but he's a Windsor Flyer for now. And, wow. He's a smooth route runner, great ball skills. He's going to be what Drake London can't be if Drake London fucks up. Anyway, this is it. This is episode 300 of 4 and 2 Sports Talk. Thank you very much for making this possible. Thank you, student athletes, and everybody that's around you for making this possible. Tomorrow, episode 301 will be in the Basketball Hall of Fame. We're interviewing the Bay State Academy Bulls. We're interviewing Jack Latendre from the Palmer Panthers. And hopefully, if I can get into that girls' all-star game, maybe some more of the Lady Golden Eagles can get on the show. I would like you guys all. We're going to have your coaches, so I think it'd be dope to have the entire team. Julie Bahati, Amani Lopez, Brooklyn Olivero, Heaven, North, anybody who I haven't mentioned. I want you all on the team. I want you all on the show. Let's make it happen. Y'all saw Jordan's interview. It did numbers, you know what I mean? And Jordan has a huge, bright future. And she's eventually going to be in the WNBA, as the rest of y'all are. Julie Bahati, you're awesome, and look forward to talking to you as well. Love you all. Wish you nothing but health and success. I'll see y'all tomorrow at the Hall of Fame in the afternoon. I'll be there at 3. Interviewing Bay State Academy at 4. Jack Latendre goes first. We'll release those interviews one day at a time. Vote in the comments section which interview you want to see first, and I will post it accordingly. Love you all. Wish you nothing but health and success. Thank you for being a part of 4 and 2 Sports Talk. 300 episodes means a lot. You know I ain't never gonna stop. And I hope y'all never stop watching me. Whenever we get on with the show, I'm taking Springfield with me. And I don't know if that means financially. That means y'all coming on the show, getting exposure to whoever else in the country seeing it. And, yeah, that's it. Hope y'all have a good night. I'm about to go get some Z's and get ready for those interviews tomorrow. Make sure you come check me, show 413 Sports Talk, some love. And if you see me in public, say hi. I don't bite. And don't believe the rumors. They're just rumors. Videos are old, Photoshop, whatever. I'm bugging. Anyway, y'all have a good night.